A few days ago, I was listening to one of my favorite albums of all time. It's called Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard. The fuck? Is that a bird? This is fucking Jurassic Park 3? Why is there a fucking pterodactyl outside? I don't even know where it was. Okay, let's try this again. A few days ago, I was listening to one of my favorite albums of all time. It's called Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard. Or fuck, that bird! Is that even a bird? This is like a high-pitched dying child. I don't even know where it was. Okay, let's try this again. I've been consistently listening to this album longer than any other album in my lifetime. And it was while I was listening to the 8th track, the song called 23. One of the lines stood out to me in a way they never did before. The opening line to the chorus says, "We're almost 23 and you're still mad at me." Now, the line means nothing to me. That's not what stood out to me. What did stood out to me was that initial part, the idea of being almost 23. Because as of 2 months ago, I am 23. Wait, why did I say it like that? That's so confusing. Who wrote this? I've been listening to this album and subsequently this song for around 15 years now. And now this odd number milestone that Mr. Yellowcard himself has been singing about, I had passed. This AC Blonde kid that was singing about his terrible sleep schedule, staying up all night and sleeping all day. That kid, I was that kid's age, except I didn't have the cool leather jacket, and pretty sure I'm 100 pounds heavier by that point. But then, it got me thinking about what would 8-year-old me think of current 23-year-old me. Would he be proud of the fact that I finally learned what the hell Patrick Stump was singing and Sugar Were Going Down? Finally deciphered that. Would he give me a pat on the back for all that? Or would he be ashamed that, unlike what Mr. Yellowcard was singing about and the dreams that, we had of one day leaving this town and running forever, it never came to fruition, and it shows no sign of ever coming to fruition. It was after this pop-punk induced existential crisis I started thinking of other songs that explore maybe the same theme or talked about being 23. And because I had the musical taste of an emo high schooler from 2006, started thinking of classic What's My Age Again by Blink 182. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm just being an asshole. In that song, there's the quintessential line, "Nobody likes you when you're 23. Now, even though I think Mark Hoppus's problems stemmed more from the fact that he was prank calling middle-aged women and running through the streets naked rather than the age of his birthday suit, I couldn't help stop thinking about that lyric. I remember as a kid, I always felt like experiences that would, generate the stories that I would one day tell my kids. I always felt like those times are around the corner. The stories that these dumbass, angsty teenagers in these pop punk bands, stories they were telling, I would eventually experience that. It was just around the corner. Middle school, it was when I'm in high school, I'm going to come out of my shell and I'm going to do something. I'm going to make friends. I'm going to do this dumbass shit. And then high school came and I'm like, when I get out of this awkward place, when I get out of here, then I'm going to come out. I'm going to make something of myself. I'm going to be something. I'm going to do stuff. And here I am at 23. It feels like I'm still waiting for that moment, waiting for some switch to be flipped. And it's scary because, unlike the songs of Mr. Yellowcard and Tom, I knew aliens existed all along. I don't have any crazy stories like them. I don't have any crazy stories that younger me was wanting to have. I never walked barefoot on Cherry Street or just ran bare in the middle of the street. I haven't really made any strides toward the dreams I wanted to have, the dreams I still have. I don't feel like I've made any progress. And going back to the song, it's not nobody likes you when you're 23. It's I don't like me at 23. And I'm worried that's not going to change. I don't know why I'm making this. I always say I'm going to make these things. I want to make something, but I always back out halfway through. But I wanted to make this one because I'm scared. And I'm hoping maybe this awakens something. Thank you for listening.